The members of DC Studios' Justice League have been updated and revealed in the context of Superman, and well, by the end of the film, we see that Green Lantern recruits another member. So in this video, we're going to talk about the current members of the League. So if you saw Superman, you of course know that it is a very real thing that the Justice Gang is the proto version of the Justice League. They lean into it in the film. They're even at the Hall of Justice. And we of course see that it looks just like the Hall of Justice on the outside and the inside. But of course, this is a program / organization that's put together by Maxwell Lord. And while he's trying to use superheroes as a symbol of hope and protection and sort of enforcers. But at the same time, we can see that the idea is forming of the Justice League. And even by the end of Superman, you can tell they're adding members and that they mean good and that this is our first version of the Justice League. And well, now we officially got 4 members of the team. So let's talk about, first and foremost, I guess, the founder. So technically 5, but he doesn't really count. Maxwell Lord, played by James Gunn. Yeah, okay, he's the first, he's the leader, he founds it, but he's not really a member, so I don't count him. So the first real member is Gardner, aka the Green Lantern. And we can definitely see that he's the leader of the team. He's calling the shots. He's the big guy in the room, and everything kind of comes down to him. He's obviously the most experienced and veteran out of all of them, including most of the Lanterns we're going to see. So, yeah, he's kind of, the de facto leader here. I would say the second up is, of course, Mr. Terrific. Yeah, he's the tech guy. He's the guy that has a vehicle in the base. He's doing all their hacking and everything. He's the brains of this operation. We could probably say that Guy is the leader and the hothead. This guy is the strategist and the guy that makes sure everything works and goes according to plan, and he's the most level-headed. Next up, my favorite member, when Hawkgirl was in this film, and as I said in the podcast we recorded talking about Superman, when she just flies in and starts making hawk noises, I wanted to stand up in the middle of my theater and pull a WB exec after they watched Batman v Superman, start clapping and say, "This is the end of the Marvel Studios reign. We're going to take them down." Perfection. And you can tell that she's sort of like the attitude, right? She means well, but she's brutal and she's a little full of herself as well, just like Guy. She's also very much young and still kind of immature, and that comes through in her portrayal, and you can tell that they're going to make sure she ages and becomes the Hawkgirl that's a lot more level-headed and respectful and, just more like Hawkgirl, if that makes sense, if you know the character. And the final member who was added at the end of the film by Guy is Metamorpho. Yes, he is a member of the team. Metamorpho is now a part of the Justice Gang, or the Proto-Justice League. And this is a good pick. He makes sense. This is supposed to be a proto-team, a ragtag group of randoms coming together. And, you're looking at it here, and they got such a weird lineup, but it's a James Gunn lineup, and that's what I love about it. And you can tell that James is going to play with the idea of the League evolving and adding members just like they have in the comics and the cartoons, and just like the Avengers have in the MCU. So while we're still talking about the proto versions here, it's quite obvious what their goals are and how every film we're going to start seeing more and more people sort of get the idea that maybe they want to join a team or that the team is expanding. And we even see that in teases for Peacemaker, where they're recruiting members and they actually interview Peacemaker about potentially joining the team, but they don't want him. So they'll definitely be more explored, and honestly, I wouldn't mind if Peacemaker joined the team at the end of his series. That would kind of be funny and almost like a perfect pick for the Justice Gang, and ultimately all of them to get replaced by heroes and not vigilantes and Gardner. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will, and if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.